Legenia. My name is Legenia, and I am so glad that you are joining me today. Why? Because I have another good one. I am making a delicious sun-dried tomato dip. This is a perfect dip for the summertime, and is definitely a crowd pleaser. I'm taking some sun-dried tomatoes, adding some delicious seasonings, garlic, salt, pepper, lemon juice, horseradish sauce. You guys, the list goes on. You are definitely gonna love it. Stick around so that you can see how to make this delicious crowd-pleasing dip. Okay, to begin this recipe, I'm first going to get my sun-dried tomatoes, and I'm using these sun-dried tomatoes that I got from Trader Joe's. We're going to use this entire pack. If there's not a Trader Joe's in your area, you're going to need at least 6 sun-dried tomato halves. So the half of 6 sun-dried tomatoes, that's about equal to what we're getting in this package right here. These right here from Trader Joe's are already julienned, and so we're just going to go ahead and use these, and it's a bit easier in my food processor as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my tomatoes in a microwave safe bowl, and I'm going to cover these with water. And then we're going to cover. Now, I'm not going to close the lid on the bowl. I'm just going to simply sit it on top, and I'm going to put this in the microwave for exactly 1 minute. All right, we're gonna let this sit here covered until it has cooled off. And after it has, we're gonna drain it and then pat it dry. So while my tomatoes are cooling off, I'm gonna go ahead and get 3 of the a la madre tortillas, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut them and get me some chips ready to go with my dip. Make these a la madre tortilla chips many times before. I always start out with some hot avocado oil in my skillet, and I'm just going to drop these in here once the oil is hot, and it is. Drop these in here one by one into the skillet, and I crisp them up. And yeah, these are my tortilla chips. They're a fabulous low-carb option. I mean, I absolutely love them, so that's why I recommend them to you guys. And unless I overeat, these do not knock me out of ketosis. I know somebody said in the comments, hey, it's corn, it's not keto. Trust me, this is keto, guys. Just don't overdo it, okay? Moderation is key. You can still enjoy these low-carb tortillas, low-carb corn tortillas, but in moderation. So I have 3 of them here, and that's usually my limit, 2 or 3. And I guarantee you I won't eat all of these, but I'll have some for the next time. So I'm going to go ahead and just crisp these up. And as soon as these, I have one more batch to go. As soon as these are finished, then it'll be time to finish with our dip. So I'm just going to finish this up, and then we'll go back over to our sun-dried tomato dip. All right, so now I'm going to drain my tomatoes. And you'll notice that they've become a bit plump now since they've been in the water and they've warmed a little bit. I'm just going to drain these like this, and then I'm going to let them dry on this paper towel here. Get every little piece out of there, guys. All right, and that's just to soften them up and get them a bit plump, okay? Well, that was the whole purpose of soaking them in the water, so on and so forth, so they're nice and plump, and then you'll be able to smell, oh my gosh, you can smell that tomato as well. It smells delicious. All right, guys, so now it's time to blend all of these ingredients together with these delicious sun-dried tomatoes. So to begin that process, what we are going to need is we're going to need some horseradish, we're going to need sour cream, garlic, fresh squeezed lemon juice, a nice handful of fresh basil leaves, and cream cheese, salt, and pepper. So the first thing we're going to do is add our sun-dried tomatoes that we have over here. I've pat them dry. We're going to add the sun-dried tomatoes to our blender or food processor, whatever you have. And then we're going to add the garlic, our garlic to it. And these measurements will be on my website. All right, to that we're going to add the garlic. And then we're going to cover this and blend it until a paste forms. A paste has begun to form, and if you notice, I'm going to show you guys right here where the other blend, I've changed blenders. The larger one that I had, the paste kept sticking to the sides of the blender, so it wasn't really blending well. So I went on and switched over to this smaller blender, and I'm hoping that all of my ingredients will be able to fit well within this smaller blender. But I don't want you guys to make that same mistake. So if you have a smaller blender or food processor, go ahead and use it so that you can make sure you have a nice paste incorporated. So let me show you guys exactly what this paste needs to look like so that you know whenever you're making your own. All right, here we go. So this is what it should look like. It should be nice and pasty. That's the sun-dried tomatoes and the garlic there. It smells amazing, guys. It really does. All right, let's move on to the next steps. Now I need to add in 8 ounces of cream cheese. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that to the food processor now. And this particular recipe, it makes about 3 cups of dip. Let my cream cheese sit out and get at room temperature for about 30 minutes. So hopefully it's soft enough. All right, now I'm gonna put the top back on. All right, and I'm gonna pulse this just until I get a nice smooth dip. Okay, let's see what it looks like. All right, yeah, it's nice and creamy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it a go again because I had a little bit of cream cheese that was left on the top here. So I'm gonna get all of that was on the top. I'm gonna put it down in here. And sometimes these blenders just do that. This is a Ninja, so it's supposed to be a pretty good one, but it still has its hangups. Do you guys know of any really, really good blenders or food processors, any really good brands? If you do, let me know in the description box below. I think I'm gonna get, I've had this one forever, and I think it's just wearing on me. My mother actually got me this one maybe a good 5 or so years ago, and I've used it faithfully. I love it. All right, let's give it a go again. All right, guys, now it's time to add the remainder of our ingredients. All right, so to this, I'm going to add 1 cup of sour cream. Again, I hope that all of this will fit. I think it will. We're going to add our horseradish. We're going to add lemon juice. And we're going to add our basil leaves. And again, you'll need about a handful of fresh basil. If you can, try to use fresh basil. It makes all of the difference when it comes to, especially when you're eating foods like this that are raw and aren't going to be cooked. Fresh basil leaves make a world of difference. You can really taste the freshness. All right, let's go ahead and start blending away. All right, so I've scraped all of the extra that was around here, and I'm getting ready to let this go through again, the blender. But right now, before I do, I'm gonna go ahead and season it with some salt and pepper. Gotta have our salt and pepper. Okay. Pulse this through one last time and get ready to serve it up. Sun-dried tomato dip is ready. You can enjoy this dip with tortilla chips, any of your favorite vegetables. I just have some red and green bell pepper here. You can enjoy it with celery. Any vegetable that you enjoy dipping would be great with this dip. So I'm just gonna taste a little bit of it here on camera with you guys, and then I'm gonna sit and enjoy my little snack. Mm. Mm. You guys, it is delicious. You can taste the garlic. You can definitely taste the tomato. And even that little bit of lemon juice definitely comes through in this dip. It's absolutely delicious. I hope that you guys try this. It is the perfect summertime dip. It is a great party dip. So if you just want something different that you haven't had at parties most time, this would be a crowd favorite. You guys are going to enjoy this one, I promise. All right, everybody, that is it for today's video. The sun-dried tomato dip is fabulous. Again, it is perfect for the summertime, and it is definitely going to be a crowd pleaser. You guys, it is always a pleasure. I enjoy it when you guys join me here in my kitchen. If you are new to Sincerely Legenia and you like what you saw today, then consider subscribing. I would love to have you become a part of the Sincerely Legenia family. And also click that notification bell that's right next to the subscription bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a brand new video. Again, guys, thanks so much for joining me, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Until then, have a blessed and a prosperous day, and I'll talk to you next time.